Well, amidst all this, the United Nations now says droughts have become the new normal due to climate change and that countries should now look into ways of cushioning themselves. CGTN's Peninah Karibe sat down with the Deputy Executive Director of the UN Environment Programme, Ibrahim Thiaw. She started by asking him what countries can realistically do to build resilience and ensure food security.
There are multiple solutions, and of course they depend on situations, but it is very important for farmers to be better prepared, and in some cases to actually have different crops. So there are crops that are drought resistant, and again it is important to prepare this. Second is that we should learn from each other. In the 70s and the 80s, we were facing the same situation in West Africa as we are facing now in Eastern Africa. But some resilience has been built, peasants have been trained, and more importantly, early warning systems have been put in place. They are not perfect, but they work. Third is that we need to have more capacity in our regional bodies. In Eastern Africa, they have IGAD, that is extremely important as an institution. It is critical that they are given the capacity to do the analysis, to develop the policies, to develop the alert systems, and to be also sometimes the spokespersons of the region so as to alert the world and develop partnerships with other institutions to help.
Is your office engaged in any projects in the region that specifically deal with creating new solutions?
At the national level, it is left to every single government, each and every government to provide the response, but it is critically important that at the regional level, you have some analysis done. It will create more synergies. They may need some satellite imagery systems. They may need to have a computerized system that would help them have an overview, and that can also help the regional cooperation. I've seen now that there's a discussion between Uganda and Kenya, for pastoralists to move to Uganda. These partnerships are also important because today it is Kenya that is affected by drought, but who knows what is going to happen to Uganda? God forbid, we don't know. So it is important to have that kind of partnership so that these movements of people and goods can also be facilitated, because whenever there is a situation like this, it is very, very difficult for any cattle breeder, for any herder, for any livestock, someone who lives on livestock, to actually see their animals dying. It's similar to seeing also their children dying, because this is their life, this is their culture, they know nothing else. They cannot transform themselves into bankers the following day. So it is important to create that kind of dynamics, but the key word to respond to your question is better preparedness. China has a lot of information on droughts and on dry lands. They have deserts, they have sand dunes, and in some cases they have done massive reforestation programs. So that information can be made available to other countries. Satellite images, China has satellites that observe, so information and earth systems exist in China that can actually tell you how much water you have underground. So that information can also be made available to countries so that whenever you have that kind of situation, you can face it.